Hello everyone, welcome back you all in online class. Let's begin with the components of food. We have already discussed about the 5 components of food. Mainly we have discussed in previous class, that is the carbohydrates, its source and function, and also how to taste carbohydrate in food. Carbohydrate is present in food or not, how can you taste that? Okay, so today we will discuss about protein, fat, vitamins, minerals, and what are the sources and what are their main function. Okay, so let's begin with that. First comes to proteins. As you have already read, they are called body building food, means they build our body and they are needed for growth and repair of our body. Okay, so these are very essential proteins. What are the main sources of protein? Including 2 sources, first is plant, next is animal. From plant sources like pulses among moong, malka, chana, beans among soybean, peas, these all are rich in proteins. And in animal sources like milk, paneer, eggs, fish, meat, and also the items made of milk, these all are comes under proteins. Okay, and also some milk products are fats, but these items are mainly proteins. Okay, next, how can you just taste that protein is present in food? That we will see in the next slide. So here you can see how the taste for proteins is done. First, we have to take small quantity of food items to be tested and grind them and put the food item into a test tube. Test tube is a hollow tube that is made of glass and that is not very thick, okay, thinner, and add 10 drops of water to the test tube and shake well. You can see the picture, also it is in your book. This picture is also in your book, so you can see this, how it is done, that 10 drops of water to the test tube is added with that food and shake well, and after that 2 drops of copper sulfate solution and 10 drops of caustic soda solution to the test tube is given and then shake it well. After that we have to observe what is the color of the mixture after shaking the whole solution. If there is presence of violet color in the solution, then that indicates that there is presence of proteins in the tested food items. Okay, so this is the whole procedure for taste for proteins. Okay, so here I am once again recapitulate this taste. First we have to take food items and grind the food item, then water is added in the test tube with the food item, then 2 drops of copper sulfate solution and 10 drops of caustic soda solution is actually poured in that test tube with that food items and water and shake it well. After shaking, if there is any indication of violet color in that solution, that is indicating that there is presence of protein. Okay, next, now comes to fats. As you know, fats are also called energy giving food, and that's why they provides energy and they gives us more energy as compared to carbohydrates. As we know that carbohydrate, fats both are energy giving food, but fat gives us more energy as compared to carbohydrate. This is very important point. Now, what are the sources of fats? Mainly 2 sources, from plant and another from animal. From plant like nuts like almonds, cashew nut, groundnut, oils from plant like coconut oil, then mustard oil, sunflower oil, soybean oil. These all are extracted from plants. That's why the sources are plant. Okay, next, animal sources including milk, cream, ghee, butter, egg, fish, meat. These all are comes under animal sources of fat. Now, we should not use excess amount of fat or fatty food in our diet, because excess amount of intaking fatty food leads to a condition in our body that is also called obesity, that is gained weight. Okay, this is very bad for our health. Next, how can we taste for fats? Now we will see how taste for fats are done. Take a small quantity of the food item to be tested and wrap the food on a piece of paper. Dry the paper by keeping it in sunlight for some time. After drying it, we have to observe the paper. If we found any oily patch on paper, then that is indication of presence of fat. And if there is no oily patch, then that food does not contain any fats. Okay. Next comes to vitamins. Vitamins, you have known to this, that these are needed in our body in very small amount or small quantity. And the main function of vitamins, they protect us from diseases and helps us in many things to keep our body parts healthy, just like bones, teeth, eyes, gums, etc. Okay. Mainly there are two types of vitamins. One is fat soluble and water soluble. Fat soluble means the vitamins which are soluble in fat, and the vitamins which are soluble in water, they are called water soluble. Among fat soluble, there are mainly 4 types of vitamins, including vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K, and water soluble vitamins are vitamin B and vitamin C. Now we will see what are the different sources of vitamin and their function. Though in your book only 4 vitamins are there, and we will learn what are their function and sources. Okay. So vitamin A. Vitamin A. Main function of vitamin A is to keep our eyes and skin healthy. And what are the sources? Sources like mango, pumpkin, carrot, milk, fish oil. These all are comes under vitamin A. Vitamin B. Vitamin B, this is essential for various functions of our body. What are the sources of vitamin B? These are wheat, rice, fruits, eggs, fish, nuts, etc. Next comes to vitamin C. Main function, that is fight against many diseases and also strengthen our immune system. What are the sources of vitamin C? Main sources of vitamin C among amla, guava, orange, lemon, tomato. These are the main sources of vitamin C. Now vitamin D, main function to help our body to use calcium for bones and teeth. Okay. And what are the sources of vitamin D? They are eggs, milk, butter, fish, sunlight exposure. This is very important to expose our body in sunlight. So we are getting vitamin D directly from the sunlight. Okay. Next comes to minerals. The minerals are also needed by our body in very small amounts. Okay. They are essential for proper growth and to maintain good health. And there are mainly 4 minerals which is needed by our body. First is calcium, next iron, next iodine, and next phosphorus. What are the sources of these minerals? First comes to calcium. Calcium can be obtained from the food like eggs, milk, etc. Okay, as they helps to strengthen our bone, teeth. Okay. Next, iron. Iron can be found in some food like apple, green leafy vegetables like palak or spinach, then fish, resin. Okay, and they are very important for the hemoglobin content of our blood. They increase hemoglobin content of our blood. And iodine sources like iodized salt, fish, palak means here spinach, next ginger. Okay, then phosphorus, main source of phosphorus including rice, milk, banana, chilies. Okay, here the figures are also given with the sources. I hope you can identify these all, and in the next class we will discuss on balanced diet and other remaining topic of this chapter. And if you are facing any problem regarding this chapter, and you can ask me in the e-portal, I will help you. Okay, that's all student. Thank you.